What's going on, guys? Welcome. Crip No Fud. And today we got an early stream. How's everybody doing today? Looks like Randy was first, and I don't know how. Randy seems to get into the stream before I even hit connect. I don't know how he does it. But you know what? He does that with DeFi projects too. They won't even drop yet. He's already invested like 10 grand into the project. So, told you guys, keep an eye out on Randy. What's going on, BP? Fajerio, what's going on? Flip, finally made it. Flip, Nico, Khalil, Diggity. What is going on? Let me post the Discord in the on the stream, and we're gonna get this going. Let's see here. There we go. Post it in the Discord. We're good. All right. So what is going on, guys? Welcome. How is everybody doing today? So yeah, I have to have an early stream because I do have some dinner plans tonight. It's my brother's birthday, so we're going to a hibachi restaurant. And I know you guys know I love burritos, but the second thing that I absolutely love other than crypto is hibachi, right? That freaking white sauce that they put all over your rice and stuff. Whew. Fire. All right, so let's just get back into it. So I hope everybody's having a good, what is today, Tuesday? It's already Tuesday. We're almost halfway through the week. And for the markets for today, we are having one of those. It's just been today, and I explained this yesterday, because of the economic, events that are happening across the world, with everything that's going on, you can see that, the markets are just like trending. They're trending real tight right now. And this real tight space, you can see we have been, for right now, holding the 61,600, we'll call it. And as soon as we start looking like we're going to maybe go on for a nice rally, the 20-day moving average is there to stop any kind of rally from going on. And really, all this is pretty much telling us is that the markets, something's holding it down, and we already know what it is, right? We've been talking about this for the last 3 or 4 days. We're not going to continue to talk about it. Unfortunately, it's out of our powers, out of our hands. The only thing that I keep telling you guys that we can do is embrace the dips, take advantage of it. You're getting some good buy-ins, for your projects, and it's not like it was a quick dip and then we're right back up. You guys, we're sitting here for the next few days. The last few days, we've been sitting, with Bitcoin. Solana's been down. Everything's really been down to some of these levels that we haven't seen in a while, so take advantage of it. Bitcoin, like I said, for right now, we can't seem to find any kind of support above this 20. You can see as I'm speaking, we did form a candle above the 20-day. We haven't done that all day today. And I'm sure it's probably the crypto FUD effect, where now we're going to start rallying, or looking like we're going to rally just because we just went live, right? You guys know the markets. Right when we go live, the markets react. It's just how it is, right? They call it the crypto FUD effect. But to be honest, I don't expect anything crazy for right now until we get actual confirmation that nothing is going to, continue over there. And what I mean is really, you guys know the two countries that are going back at it, right? Now they're waiting for the next country. Are they going to retaliate, right? So, it's something that we shouldn't even be talking about in crypto, but unfortunately it affects the markets, right? It affects the market. Looking at the stock market today. The stock market got beat down yesterday, but they're kind of like doing what we're doing. They're not up much. They're not down. They're kind of just sitting sideways, and that's exactly what Bitcoin's doing today, right? We're only down 0.7 of a percent for Bitcoin, and that's just telling us, like I keep telling you, there's something looming over us, and the markets are unsure. Is there going to be some kind of a war going on, right? Or should I keep my money out of the market? Should I? This is what's going on in investors' minds, and that's why you're seeing the volumes down, the market's not moving. It's really just this this era that we're going through right now that I think is going to blow over in the next maybe few days, hopefully in the next week at least. as we confirm that probably nothing's going to happen as far as some kind of, you know, basically what's going on in the Middle East, right? I'm trying not to get into it, you know, because I don't really. It just stinks that we have to even bring any of that crap up. But unfortunately, it's what, you know, affects the market whenever it's taking place. For Milady, I am very impressed. So Milady, we did see these big drops, right? And I told you guys, take advantage of these drops. You know, we saw 2 of them. You guys got 2 beautiful opportunities to really, you know, pick up a beautiful dip. This wasn't just a, you know, we were down 10%. No. We dropped like 40, 50%. And if you were able to take even halfway of this drop, you're up right now, and you were able to most likely bring your average down for the most of us, right? I know there are some OGs in the channel that have been here since day one, since we've been posting these videos and streams, that have bought in when we were back at like $20 million market cap. I don't ever think that you're ever gonna see, you know, Milady back down to $20 million. So you guys, anybody that bought in and held at those levels, you know, remember, if you ever do sell, you're never going to get back that position. So always keep that in mind. So Milady right now, we are chopping around that 14 mark. We've been kind of sitting, same thing, just like Bitcoin. We're chopping around in a tight price range for right now. But I am very impressed that even with the markets down for the last few days, Milady has been holding pretty strong, which tells me that a lot of people ate this dip up. Scared money got out. A lot of us ate the dip up, and now we're kind of just holding to see what the hell the market is going to do. What does it have in store for us, right? So I honestly don't worry whatsoever. We talked about the same thing last night on the streams. You know, a lot of us have been here and done it. So a lot of these drops that we do see, especially these dramatic drops, it's like we get a grin from ear to ear because, you know, we know we know what comes out of this, and it's nothing but profits. So let me jump into the chat, and then we're going to cover some good stories that I have for you guys. Prodigy, what's going on, family? Hey, yo, Prodigy, very proud of you, bro. You and everybody, Randy, the whole Poppy, every single one of you guys today, and we're going to cover it in a minute with our native token for NFK. They had a big meeting with the millionaire investor today with possibility of bringing in some, I'm talking about not like some small investors. We're talking about $1 million investments coming into the project. So shout out to all of them. They did their thing today. Very, very proud of you guys for sure. And we're going to cover some of that today. So let's see here. Michael, what's going on, bro? Michael said, happy birthday. Whose birthday is it? Oh, happy birthday to my brother. I'm like, who the hell's birthday is it? I'll let him know, brother. I appreciate that. Randy, nice. Hibachi, bro. Hibachi's fire, bro. I always said this, and I mark my words. I'm gonna have a stream one day. Whenever when NFK blows up, Milady blows up, we're gonna have a live stream, and it's gonna be in my backyard, right by my like freaking $300,000 pool, and I'm gonna have a hibachi grill back there, right? And I'm gonna be streaming live while I'm making hibachi, because that's always been my dream, is to obviously have a badass pool, but also have a hibachi grill in my house. Wouldn't that be so dope? Because you don't have to just make like hibachi food. You can make anything on those grills, bro. They're so awesome. Let's see here. Tot, what's going on? Just reading the chat. Owen said, sup, bro. Remember yesterday when I told you I'm 4X on Monku? I cashed out and put it into Ladies and made 3 billion tokens on Ladies. Now Monku is crashing. What a timing. And Owen, I'm glad you brought that up, because that's why I'm always telling everybody, you know, if you're not long-term on these DeFi projects and you're up like crazy, like you said, you're up 4X, don't get greedy. Take your profits and reposition yourself into something else. And that was a baller move right there that you did, bro, because you took something that was short term, you know, you made that money, and now you just put it in something that's most likely going to be long term for you, that's going to do really well as well. So that's awesome, bro. Good job on that move right there. That's a power move. And James, every single one at Prodigy, every single one of you guys, James, I'd have to pull up the Discord and you know, there's a whole squad. We have our whole dev, we have the marketing team, everybody that's included, even if you're just invested in NFK. Exciting day today for sure. Adam, what's going on, soldier? What's going on? And you already know I'm talking about you as well. Seems what's going on, brother? Koala game. Pappy said koala to Uranus. Uh, let's see here. Philly 215 said faux. Is it faux or pho? Pho is better. You know what? We have some really good pho places around here where I'm at. I do love pho. But I've always grew up. I actually worked at a hibachi restaurant when I was like 16 years old. So I just fell in love with hibachi. But I do love pho as well. Red Rum wants to know how much Milady I have. Honestly, bro, my bag has gotten weak, and it's not that I've sold off anytime soon. I sold a chunk when we were on our way up here. So right now my bag is sitting, I want to say somewhere, I don't remember exactly. I think it's at like almost 30 billion. So I was up there like around 60, 70 billion, but I did take profits when we were kind of higher up. So, and I'm actually happy I did because I've been eating up this dip as we've been dropping. So wait, I keep forgetting that Adam Soldier. Yep. Obviously, hence the picture, right? All right, so let's jump right into some things real quick. Let's look at the market for the day. So you're looking at the bubbles for the day, you can see that the market is not doing, it's just basically sitting here, right? It's not doing anything. You have a lot of red going across, but this is to be expected because of yesterday. We had a big crash. Everything is kind of sitting around the same spot, maybe down a little bit from where it was, but you can see majority of the market right now is just not doing the best today. We have a couple projects like Pepe that's up 6% from yesterday, but I'm sure it got beat down to hell yesterday, so it might have rebounded 6%, but it's probably down like crazy for the week, and we'll check that out. And then we have Celsia that's up about 14%, but other than that, and Shiba's up 2%, okay? But other than that, you really do see majority of the projects are down, and they're down pretty well. Now, let's look here. I wanted to look at a couple articles real quick. Bitcoin could surge to 120,000 on doomsday rally. So, geopolitical events and the search for an investment hedge led some traders to say Bitcoin could surge in the coming months, despite a recent 10% weekly drop in its value. The correlation between Bitcoin and the traditional market assets remain high, but some investors see the cryptocurrency as a viable hedge and investment option. With expectations, its price could reach 120,000 in the coming months. So you guys hear what they're saying? They're basically saying that, traditionally with war, not saying that there is any, that we're going to be getting into like a war or anything like that, but, with that being said, Bitcoin might actually react, to the opposite of what a lot of people would think that risk on assets would do during a rough time in the world, right? And what they're saying is basically a lot of people, because keeping your money in the dollar could actually end up making you lose a lot of money. What if, the U.S. gets drawn into a war? What if you have your money in the yen, or you have the money in, whatever currency in that particular country, gets drawn into a war? The currency could crash, right? So what they're saying is that this could bring in a lot of investors if something like this was to happen, because it would be a hedge against, these geopolitical events that could bring, the markets down and their currency. So international politics and search for investment hedge could fuel a Bitcoin surge in the coming months, even after confidence in the latest cryptocurrency was dented by 10% weekly drop. Bitcoin has long been considered a possible hedge against geopolitical events and was originally created in the wake of the 2008 financial crisis. Some traders say that the hedge narrative remains viable despite Bitcoin's being highly correlated with the traditional market assets for several years. And, if you guys remember, Bitcoin was correlated up until probably about a year ago. We really went in sync with what, the stock market was doing, right? The NASDAQ, and the S&P, we kind of went with them, and we still in a way do, but you guys can see we pretty much have branched off for the most part, where Bitcoin will be rallying and the rest of the market or the stock market might not be rallying. And we pretty much branched off from, being, in sync with the market, but we could always get right back there if something big happened in the world, and then vice versa. We could easily, move further away from the stock market, like what they're saying, this possibility if war was to break out or something like this big in the a world event, stock markets would 100% crash, 100% crash, right? But they're saying, well, Bitcoin, people might actually take their money out of the stock market and put it into something like Bitcoin, because this is something that's not governed by any country, right? This is not governed by any country, so it's not bound by any country's currency or anything like that. So, that's something to think about, and that's why they're saying that if something like that broke out, it actually could cause a surge in Bitcoin and the crypto market. So it's like, I'm not curious to see, because we don't want to see that happen, right? We don't want to see any of that happen. We don't want to see innocent lives being lost. Obviously we want peace on earth, and this is not me just being cheesy. We really do. It's like, eventually we're going to evolve as human beings, and we just need to, like, the war eventually needs to stop, but it never will, right? It never will. We'll always be at war, just, as human beings. So it is what it is, right, guys? Looking to see, so this was another article that I thought was pretty interesting. So U.S. Senators Elizabeth Warren, she's very bearish towards crypto, and Charles Grassley, which the name rings a bell, but I don't know exactly. I can't put my finger who they are, demand CFTC Chair Ralston Bingham explain ties to Sam Bankman-Fried. Now, you guys know that Sam Bankman-Fried actually donated literally $100 million to the Democratic Party back in 2020. So he has big ties, believe it or not, to the Democrats. He did invest to the Republicans, but it was like a fraction of what he actually invested to the Democrats. So a lot of these stories that are going to come out are going to have some kind of correlation with Democratic senators or whatever the case may be, because he technically was buying them pretty much. So, and when you have money like that, and you're big in a certain asset like crypto, like he got big in crypto, right? Unfortunately, he had these senators knocking on his door. He had certain things, and he was basically becoming very powerful as a wealthy young individual. So the U.S. senators request chats between Ralston Bingham and Sam Bankman-Fried. In Grassley and Warren's letter, the senator requested Bingham provide a full accounting of all meetings, phone calls, and written correspondence between the two and/or your staff and Mr. Bankman-Fried and/or his staff, as well as a full accounting of all conversations about Mr. Bankman-Fried or any associate executives involving you or any CFTC employee. In addition, Grassley and Warren want the CFTC to provide a timeline of Commission's knowledge of the cryptocurrency scheme concerning Bankman-Fried, Alameda Research, and former executives of the now doomed cryptocurrency exchange. So according to Bingham's testimony to the Senate Agriculture Committee in November of 2022, following FTX collapse, the CFTC chairman reportedly met with Bankman-Fried an estimate 10 times over a 14-month period. Now, why would a Senate need to meet up with somebody that's running a cryptocurrency exchange? Doesn't it make you scratch your head? Right? Doesn't it make you scratch your head? And this is all facts that he did, donate massive money to political parties, so it's like, it's so weird that, not weird, we obviously know what's going on here, but it's like, it's the same story with anything, not just with crypto, but for anybody that gets wealthy, they always end up having ties to senators, and politicians and stuff like that. It's like, obviously these politicians, they need their financial support, right? So they're going out to these people that are worth a lot of money, but there's got to be some kind of deals getting made in the back, as far as you scratch my back, I scratch yours, right? We all know how the world works. So they're not going to just be reaching out and, hey, how are you doing, Sam? How's everything going? They're going to be out there, like, hey, if you do this for me, I'll do this for you, right? If you can donate money to this party, maybe we'll look the other way when you're about to screw everybody over on $8 billion. Or when you get caught, we'll make sure that you have a beautiful jail cell, right? So it's just craziness, but I wanted to get into that and just read into it. Nothing too crazy. Didn't hear anything. Did you guys hear anything? Remember, we've been covering the story on the ETFs for Hong Kong. I didn't see anything today as far as anything being released. We were supposed to find out as of yesterday or today that there was going to be some kind of an approval. Haven't seen anything yet. So I think when that releases, that's going to be a solid story. Unfortunately, right now that it comes out, it's going to be on the wake of the market kind of, in some turmoil. So, Johnny, what's going on? Let's see here. Just checking up on the chat. Red Rum asks, is $4 billion Milady good is enough? I mean, like I always tell everybody, Red Rum, honestly, whatever you have, and this isn't just particularly for Milady, but any kind of project, right? Whatever your position is as far as how much you're holding, I mean, it's a start, right? Is it enough? You tell me, right? I don't know your financial situation. I don't know what your goals are, but that's why I always tell you guys, the best thing for you to do, because you can never have enough, right? You can never have enough. If we had a crystal ball and I was like, listen, Milady's is going to go to $20 billion market cap, wouldn't that change your mindset right now and be like, holy crap, I don't have enough, right? There's not enough. You can never have enough if you knew that the project was going to, 500x from right now. I'm not saying it's going to do that 100%, but I'm just saying, if you were to know where we were headed, then you would look and you would be like, wait, I don't have enough. Even if you had, $100,000 in it right now, it still wouldn't be enough because you just got information that this thing is going to go up like crazy. So with that being said, if you're a believer in the project, like I am, like the rest of us all are, then, any number is not enough, right? So the only thing I can say is just dollar cost average in. And this isn't, like I said, not just for Milady, but for any of your projects. Any of your projects that you're invested in, you're not, whatever number you have is not enough, right? So you want to safely dollar cost average in. I'm not telling you to go spend any money that you're going to need in the next couple weeks or even in the next few months. You're only investing safe money that you don't really need for right now. But, just adding to your bag, and the patience is what I always preach because it's paid off for me in the long run. So that's the only thing I can say. But I think that $4 billion is a solid foundation. It is a solid bag, and just keep adding to it, bro, right? Carlos, what's going on? Craig, what is going on? Muhammad, we're going to check it out here in a minute. Crypto James, what's going on, bro? Let's see. Craig said he's got a crystal ball, and my portfolio is going to do half $500,000. Jasmy, H-Bar, Ondo, Milady, and Shiba. Nice. Exactly. Philly said just keep adding. And that's pretty much what everybody was saying, right? It's because none of us really know what the hell, where we're exactly going to head as far as how high we're going to go. But I can guarantee that if and when we rally, each and every one of us, it doesn't matter if you have $1,000 in it right now, if you have 100,000, whatever the case is, we're all going to look back and be like, I should have bought more. I should have bought more. I should have added to my bag, right? It always happens. It happened for myself when I was holding on to like thousands and thousands of Dogecoin back in 2020, right? Buying in at like 3 cents. And when it shot up like crazy, I made some solid money, right? But I look back and I was like, damn it, I should have kept buying more, right? I should have just kept buying more and more and more, right? Obviously, safely buying, like I said, not using money that I needed to feed my daughter or my family or anything like that, but, just safely. I could have easily bought more, right? But I didn't. So that's why I always bring it up. So real quick, a couple of guys I want to bring up. So obviously, we have our native token for the channel, No FUD Koala. We've been doing really well. We are at around $800,000 market cap for right now. We keep running up to that $1 million market cap, and we do see some slight sales off of that $1 million market cap. But I mean, we're gonna keep knocking on that $1 million market cap. We've already exceeded $1 million, but I mean, eventually $1 million market cap is gonna be support level for us. So we keep running up. We got big things in store. We've had some big things as far as today. We had big meetings with some big investors that are going to be jumping in on the project and really boosting us as far as a lot of our goals. And today, I'm happy to announce that earlier today, this is a shot of what we did. If you guys can see, we actually burned 1.3 trillion NFK tokens. This is basically about 8% of our circulating supply. Before this, we had about 18.4 trillion. Right now, we're sitting at around 17.1 trillion left of circulating supply. So we burned 1.3 trillion 1.3 tokens and pretty much locked it up for locked liquidity. So I mean, we're doing things every day, every week. We're striving to continue to meet our goals and exceed our goals for the project. So if you guys are interested, make sure you guys first join the Discord. If you guys are active on Discord, I have it pinned on the top of the chat. Join our Discord. We got people from all across the world, so we're talking crypto 24/7. Sometimes I have to put my phone on mute because the guys across the pond are all talking crypto, and it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, bro, I have to sleep. It's in the middle of the night over here in the States, right? But I mean, it's a safe place for you guys to talk about crypto. So come and join the Discord. And also, if you guys are interested in the NFK, this is on Solana. We're gonna keep blowing this project up for sure. So you guys can definitely check this out. $ NFK traded on Solana, on Jupiter, Radium for Solana. So definitely gonna be running that up. So make sure you guys check it out. So a couple projects I want to look at. Pepe is technically up 6% today, but if you look at Pepe, and let's bring up Milady's chart as well. If you look at Milady's chart right here, right, it says that we're down 1.6% on the 24. If you look at Pepe's, the charts look almost identical. The charts look literally almost identical, and you can see as far as what we did, as far as what Pepe dropped, and then you can see it did slightly rebound, not all the way back up, but it did slightly rebound, and you can see Milady's did the same thing, dropped, and it has slightly rebound. And I'm sure if we look at a lot of these projects, they're all going to be pretty much the same as far as what's going on for the market. There are a couple movers right now. That project that I was telling you guys about that I sold off on, Suku, has rebound. I'm kind of pissed because I want to see this damn thing drop down. I actually was saying that I was going to buy in under 15 cents, and I didn't freaking buy in, and you can see it looks like it's trying to go on another run here, obviously, because I sold off. I mean, I sold off all the way up here, but I was looking to get back in on the project. This is Suku that's traded on Coinbase, very, very small market cap. So if you guys are interested in those little small cap gems, check out Suku on Coinbase. And you can see we already were looking at this. I think this was Celsia that's doing really well. Well, I guess they're doing all right for the circumstances that we're in right now, right? I'm just moving over the fib retracement. You can see, obviously, this thing has been on a downward move, but it dropped down to the 786, and you can see it's basically hitting its head at the 618 right now, but it is technically up 12%, right? You can see it's technically up 12% from where it's at right now, but the fact that it just ran up, hit its head on the 618, I wouldn't be surprised if it's going to kind of hang around and chop around where it's at right now, kind of like every other project is doing right now. So Myro sitting at around 14 cents. If you look at these charts, they all look exactly the same. They literally all look exactly the same. Solana, I was sitting on some Solana. I actually moved it over to USDC because I was like, bro, sick of looking at my freaking Solana, and it was like eating my damn bag up, bro. Like I was down Just like you guys, we all, we have a freaking project that's on Solana. I always keep Solana, a solid bag of Solana, for transactions and stuff like that. But since Solana's been dropping, I go and look at my stuff and I'm like down like $300 in my shit, that I'm just like, not even like, I don't look at my Solana as like an investment, like, oh, I'm waiting for it to blow up. It's really for my transactions. But I go back over to one of my wallets and it's down like $200. I'm like, what the freak? And I'm like, damn it. So I had to convert a lot of my Solana over to USDC for right now, because it just kept dropping and dropping and dropping. So, I just wanted to, basically I wanted to drop it over to USDC, and I'm going to probably convert it over. I actually dropped it over to USDC when it was back like somewhere around like 160. So right now, even if I go and bring everything back, that'll be like a $300 or $400 move that I would gain, because I actually, I converted everything over to USDC while the markets were coming down. And I'll do that a lot with Cardano, or with Chronos, because I usually will hold, a big chunk of Chronos for my swapping and my transactions, right? So whenever the markets start doing stuff like this, if I'm holding on to like 10,000 plus Chronos, I'll end up just swapping it over to USDC while the markets are coming down, and I'll try to catch that bottom and then just swap it right back over to Chronos. So just on that move right there, I'll end up accumulating 10-20% more on my Chronos or my Solana. So just a little trick on like times like this, where if the market's down, if you're able to catch it before it drops, if you're holding a lot of Solana or Cardano, Chronos, I keep wanting to say Cardano, you can, before the dip, you can swap over in your DeFi wallet. You just swap it over to USDC for a small fee, and basically let the markets do its thing. If it drops down 10-20%, put it back into Solana or Chronos, right, and kind of catch that dip with the same liquidity. So Grant said, how's Athena doing? That's a good question, bro. Let's bring that up and let's see. I know it was down. It was not down like crazy, but it was on a nice run, and it started looking like it was cooling down. So let's see what it's doing right now. It's definitely cooling down, but that's not the chart that I wanted to pull up. Is this the chart? Nope. All right, I guess it was the one on the top. So yeah, like I said, we've obviously been watching this project, and it came out and it was looking very solid, and it still is looking solid. This, I honestly think that the reason why you're having this cool off is because obviously the rest of the market is having a cool off, so it's not going to be, it's not going to be saved, or it's not going to be disincluded on what the market's doing. Eventually, it's going to start bringing itself down when the market's coming down. So you can see this market, or this project came out, and it didn't have that big sell-off that you normally would see, right? It just kept moving up and up and up and up, and it made all-time highs right here at around $1.52. But since then, we did see, like I said, the markets were starting to cool off, and it started to bring the project down. And you can see since then, right now, it's sitting under $1. So let's look at the let me pull up coin market cap, and let's check out what the market cap is for this real quick. So the market cap's still solid at 1.3 billion. So this would be technically a bigger project, in my opinion. You guys always remember I'm always doing low cap, mid cap, and larger caps. Believe it or not, I would kind of put this in the smaller, large cap category, right? At above that $1 billion threshold. So I'm going to put it in that smaller end, large cap, kind of realm. And you can see, like I said, under $1 for right now. So technically, right now, I would say not a bad time to be dollar cost averaging in on this project. From the way this project was looking and how it kind of, I heard a lot of good things about this project. I think this project, when we start actually running back up, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about, a $2, $3, $4, $5 Athena coming down the road, and this is obviously when the markets are ripe and back up and running. So definitely not a bad project whatsoever. Craig over here, he says 2850 Ondo now. I'm in FOMO mode on Ondo. Let's pull it up. This guy, he watch, and in a week from now, he's gonna be like, "Oh, I sold out of that project." And he's moved into a different project. He does the same thing every like week or two. My boy will come in and he's like so bullish about a project, and then you ask him like 3 days later, he's like, "Oh yeah, I sold out of that project. I'm done with that." He's over there like, "Screw you, Crip." Is it too early, guys? I already busted open a beer. I did everything I needed to do today. That's why we're having an early stream, and I'm about to go mess up some hibachi. Literally, I'm about to. You know what I do when I go there? I tell them I want extra rice. I always tell them I want extra rice. I'm gonna order. Let's do a poll real quick. Let's do a poll because let's keep our minds off of crypto 100%, right? So let's do a poll, and let's see here. All right. All right, so I'm obviously going to get rice with it and veggies, but what do you guys think my main course should be tonight for hibachi? Shrimp and steak, lobster and steak, or chicken and shrimp? What do you guys think? And let's jump back onto Ondo. So, Craig, let's see here. Let's see. I was seeing if he responded. So, Craig is real big on Ondo. Let's see let's look at Ondo. What's the market cap looking like for this thing? So this is $1 billion market cap. So this is a solid project. You can see they released what early this year. So for the last 4 months, they really have been rallying. I mean, the chart looks beautiful. It really does. Even right now, what we're going through, just in the last day or two, yesterday they made all-time highs. That's crazy. They made all-time highs yesterday while we were down at around $1.07. So I understand why Craig is all on the project. All I can say, Craig, is that if you're, I don't know where you bought in at, but if you're up like crazy, bro, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you're just keeping an eye on the charts, and don't get greedy and take some profits, because depending on where we're headed with the markets, right? If you're where you're at right now, and let's say the markets start just picking right back up, I think this chart's going to start picking back up, and you'll probably be breaking all-time highs. If we're going to chop around or maybe see a little bit more pain, you might see this project come down. Solid spots for some support is going to be obviously the 382 at the 67, but a pivotal spot is the 55 right here at the 0.5. That's going to be a big spot for some support for here. So just throwing that out there, because I know you like to jump in and jump out of a lot of projects. So let's see what are we seeing here. So it looks like right now, lobster and steak, you guys are some expensive eaters is what it is. All right, well, make sure you guys donate. Everybody send $5 and donate for that lobster and steak. All right, make sure you guys hit that donate button and donate to the lobster and steak. It looks like lobster and steak's up 58%, and shrimp and steaks 33%, and chicken and shrimp is only getting an 8%. So you guys are gonna have me ordering lobster tonight. All right, I can dig that. Captain Crypto said Corona is his choice. You know what? I do like a nice cold Corona. But right now I'm drinking a craft beer. Real quick, hold on. We got breaking news. Daddy said, "What's up, Crip? I have to go to the hospital. I think the baby is coming today. Wish you a good night, everybody." Bro, we wish you a good night, bro. Congratulations, man. Maybe you can, if it's a boy, Why don't you can maybe consider naming them Crip, right? I'm just throwing considerations out there, right? Or maybe middle name, Crip. Just throwing it out there. You never know, bro. It could stick. Nah, but congratulations, bro. I hope everything works out for you, bro, and keep us updated on all that right there, bro. Congratulations, man. Giving birth is very exciting, I will tell you. Whenever I had my daughter, I'll tell you the whole 9 months, I didn't really, like, I knew I was having a child, right? I knew, obviously, right? My girl was pregnant, you know, you could see, obviously, but it was like it didn't set in until literally she was born and you could hear her crying. And I was like, holy crap, I'm a dad now, right? And it was just, it's a crazy feeling, but I'm telling you, I know we have a lot of dads and moms, you know, on the channel. It's a motivator right there. You know, after I had my daughter, I switched a lot of things up in my life, you know, and really just motivated me to be a better person and to just always, you know, just keep grinding, right? So I can always provide. So hell yeah. So that's definitely an amazing thing. It really is. So it looks like lobster and steaks is what it is. It looks like that's what we're gonna do. Prodigy told me to eat coffee and a frog. All right, bro. Coffee and a frog. I don't think they serve that there, bro. And Randy has expensive taste. Said yeah, lobster and steak. I know. I wouldn't expect anything less from you, Randy. Nothing less, brother. Randy said he wants proof. He wants a pic of the lobster tonight. I'll send y'all something. Oh, Prodigy said, don't do Crip. That wouldn't be good in the streets. I didn't realize that. Prodigy, okay, yeah. With the whole gang affiliated stuff, you might not want to run with Crip. You know what I'm saying? So, I understand that. Oh, there you go. Dottie said it's a girl, so the name will be Nina. There we go. There we go, guys. We're having this is the first baby on the channel. There we go. He said, read before the frog. Read before the frog. What do you mean? What you talking about, Willis? I've been itching. So everybody that's a course member, you guys know, obviously, with leverage trading, I've been itching like crazy. I keep missing these swings right here, right? Every time it comes back down and it comes and retests this support level, I'm like, right before it gets there, I'm like, I'm going to open up a long right here. Right when it drops down towards around 61.6, I'm going to open up a long. Well, when it happens, I'm like, I'm not opening up a long because it's going to, right when I open up a long, it's going to break. And it's happened, 3 times already. I'm like, damn it. Even though these are small swings, right? I'm talking about jumping in on 100x leverage real fast on something small, right? They're like $50, 100x leverage. That's a quick 100% move right there within probably an hour, you know? So not recommending anybody do that, but I keep missing these little swings. But you guys know, especially anybody that's a member, I normally will stay away from like a day like this, how we're trading in such tight range. The risk to reward, it's higher risk right now because the swings are very tight, you know? And like I said, right when one of us, especially myself, opens up a long, it's going to, or short, most likely, it's going to go the opposite way, right? So you guys think that the charts are just going to continue to do this right here and chop around. And right when I open up a long, right when we bounce at 61.6, it's going to freaking drop down to 59. And that actually leads me to what I was going to say is, you know, I don't anticipate this happening, but our next spot for some support, I want to make sure you guys are on, you know, just you're prepared for Bitcoin, is we could see Bitcoin drop down to 59.5 right here. This is going to be the next spot for some support for Bitcoin. So, you know, I just want to make sure you guys are aware this is back. You can see when we were running up, we actually hit the spot and tested it before we made all-time highs. So I don't think it would be necessarily a bad thing if we do drop down to some of these levels, because like I always tell you guys, right now we're trading in such a tight range, right? The volume is down for the whole market. Something like a dramatic drop actually would be a good thing, because that would bring in a lot of buyers. People would eat up that dip right there at 59. And obviously, if we drop down to 59, alts are going to get decimated as well, which would be perfectly fine, because like I said, we'll bring in that buying power, and you'll see a lot of buying coming in for any project. So Prodigy, I couldn't see your comment before the frog. Before he flips out, let me see here. So Prodigy, frog and coffee, Prodigy, laughing face. I don't see it, bro. I don't know where we're at. You're missing me here. Nico said that is called the NTZ, the no trading zone. Above the smiles. All right, let's see here. Above the smiles, DCA into Milady until it gets added to Binance. Is that what we're talking about? Frog and coffee. Bro, I'm so lost. I'm so sorry, dude. I'm sure you're probably like, bro. I don't know. I'm lost there. I really am. Well, let's check the poll real quick, and we're gonna close it down. So we had about 22 votes. It looks like lobster and steak is gonna be the number one thing. But you know what? I'm gonna keep the poll open. I'm gonna keep hope alive, because shrimp and steak is right on its tail. Shrimp and steak is right on its tail. And I will tell you guys, I'm not the biggest seafood eater, but when I go to Hibachi, I'll sit there and order lobster, scallops, freaking all that stuff, because I don't know what it is, but on the hibachi with that that yummy sauce. If you're hibachi, you know what I'm talking about. That yummy sauce, freaking shower in that right there, bro. Red Rum said it won't let me see the Binance future for some reason. As of yesterday, we were still killing it, number one. Julio, what's going on, brother? Welcome, man. Welcome. Someone was saying Mary on oh damn. Let's see here. Let's check it out. My bad, dude. I know someone was talking about Mary on in the chat. Look at this. This thing just keeps running, dude. Oh my god. Holy hell. This project just keeps running, dude. Look at that. Market cap is over $2 million for Chronos. That's a big project right there. That's a big project. I like how they're updating their deck screener. We do the same thing. We'll if we need to update the website or anything like that, we'll deck screener is pretty cool they're pretty quick with updating everything. So, because you can't manually do it yourself, you have to notify Deck Screener, and they'll update it for you. But they're pretty quick. But I like how they're updating all their numbers as far as on here. So that's pretty dope. That means they have a solid dev team. But yeah, I mean, liquidity's locked. Market cap's $2.1 million. Definitely looking good on the Chronos. Let's look at some other stuff. You guys haven't really been asking me about call lately. What's going on with call? Let's see. I know I saw somebody post in the chat on the Discord that call was going to get listed to another exchange. It wasn't a big exchange, but hey, they're going to get listed on. I think right now anything that's on DeFi, even for our project, that's our goals, is to get onto other exchanges, whether they're, small or big exchanges, because it just brings you to another, it gives you more exposure, and you get a whole nother, crowd of people that maybe aren't trading on Chronos that'll run across your project that'll buy in. Ooh, hold on. I think I have a sneeze going here. Is it going to come? Nope. It's not going to come right now. Okay. You guys know I got to do one sneeze during the freaking stream. Won't sneeze all day, but it'll hit me while I'm streaming. But so I'm wondering if they're definitely, because they're up about 15%. You can see they've broke out of this downward move, right? They broke out of this downward move that we've been mapping, and they've kind of gone into a consolidation mode. You can even say that they've actually gone on somewhat of a upward movement. If you see, they're making higher lows as they move. So I wouldn't be surprised if they start going on a nice little run, with the anticipation of them being dropped on another exchange. And like I said, right now, you could only technically buy call on Chronos, right? So the fact that they're getting listed, whether the listing is on a smaller exchange, who cares? They're breaking out of that just being able to buy on Chronos, and now they're going to be tapping into a whole nother market. So shout out to Call and the dev team. They definitely have been trying to just keep pushing for their project. So that's awesome. Okay, Hungry, I got you, bro. Yeah, no, Mary's the number one mover right now on Chronos. Aubrey. Hey, beautiful. How was school?
It was fine.
Okay. You ready to go eat? All right. My daughter just got home from school. Let's see here. So, Red Rum said, wonder what the chances of Milady are getting listed on the Binance. I can't even see the voting. Maybe they stopped voting for now. Maybe, I mean, they've had it running for 4 months now. So maybe they stopped the voting. But like I keep telling you guys, I'm telling you, we're going to get listed on Binance. We're going to get listed on Binance. It's going to happen when we all the least expect it, right? It's going to happen. They're not going to announce it until after the fact, but it's going to happen, guys. I'm telling you, we killed that competition. They can see the how big the community is for Milady. So I have no worries that eventually down the road, hopefully soon, we're going to get an announcement that we're listed on Binance. So, and Hungry said that sauce has a funny aftertaste to me. What? Are we talking about the same sauce, bro? It's like a white kind of a sauce. Like, it's, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's the yummy. Bro, that sauce is so fuego. I don't know. We all have different opinions, but I think it's fire. Jojo said, I feel like I'm picking the wrong horse to race in DeFi. I mean, it happens, bro. It happens. And Justin said they're getting listed on Bitmart. Okay, so Bitmart's a solid exchange. So that's good. That's good. That's definitely going to help them out for sure. Definitely going to help them out. So that's awesome. Prodigy. What's going on, bro? You still involved in Ryoshi? They're on a serious consolidation right now. Looks like the 618 is, they're above the 618. Okay. If they can stay above the 618, you might see a nice little run, bro. But you can see the, what is that, the 0.5? Yeah, the 0.5 looks like it's a big spot for some resistance for right now. So what's going on with Ryoshi, bro? I think let me see here. Yeah. Oh yeah. So look, Ryoshi's involved with this swap right here. Yeah, this is like their native token. So I mean, their swap is doing decent. So 1.2 trillion. I know, bro. I monitor your wallets. I know how much you hold. I know exactly how much you hold, bro. Prodigy's over there. Prodigy's over there looking like the emoji I just sent. We all know exactly what you're holding on to, Prodigy. Trust me. We have a whole Discord on just monitoring your wallets. So I clicked into this Ereek because this project actually is a big project on Solana, believe it or not. I don't know if it's the same devs or they're just mimicking, what's on Solana. Krob, this broke out. You guys remember this was like last week this broke out, and it actually got listed onto crypto.com fast. But, it didn't surprise me because when this project dropped, it dropped with a market cap of like $20 million. I mean, like instantly. It dropped with like $20 million. So it didn't take them too long to jump up with that kind of foundation. They ran up to like $60-70 million market cap. So, I mean, they were able to easily get on to crypto.com because of those numbers. So, but you can see since then, they have seen somewhat of a cool off and somewhat of a downward movement. So, definitely keep an eye on this. If we do see some kind of a retracement back towards these levels down here, which I don't think is going to happen, but if we do, somewhere around anything or under the 3 cent mark, I'll probably be looking to maybe add to my bag on this project. So, Blue Oyster, Jer said, it's eyes on them big whales. You know it, bro. You got to keep an eye on Prodigy and Randy. You have to keep an eye on them. You got to keep an eye on them. Particularly Randy. If you want to make some money, you got to watch what Randy's buying in on. And you got to wait because he'll announce it after the fact. Oh, I just bought this project, put 100 Solana in here. I'm up 300 Solana now. And the project's already up. The project's up like 3,000%. I'm like, all right, bro. BP said they're robots. Well, we already know Randy's a bot, but I'm starting to think Prodigy is one too. But that's a whole nother story. So Justin said if you hold Krob, you will B Krob, you get Krob Reflections. It's a new project. Oh, okay, nice. Ramirez said I just hopped on anything on Milady. So for Milady right now, nothing too crazy. They did you guys see the tweet? Oh yeah, they said it wasn't accurate. Okay, I'm not even gonna bring it up because I was gonna say I heard about yesterday. They were talking about that the staking was about to take place, but I heard that was not true from the dev team. But for Milady, what I was basically saying is right now, nothing too crazy. Obviously, with the market not doing the best for today, we are holding solid though. I will say Milady is looking solid for right now. Not really dipping back down to these levels, but still in a beautiful spot to give everybody an opportunity to just add to your bags and dollar cost average in. Let's bring up the market cap. I believe we're somewhere around $100 million for right now. Let's see. Yeah, so we've been hugging around this $100 million mark for the last like 2 days. You can see this consolidation right here. So, I mean, like I keep saying, right now, not a bad time to just keep adding to your bags, dollar cost averaging in, and just having patience and let everything play itself out. I'm telling you guys, patience is going to pay off for all of us. All of us. And Nico said he's got those diamond hands. There we go. Ramirez said, what do you think Miladies can go in the bull run? So I'm still sticking to my predictions. I think in the thick of the bull run, because I do consider us still, we're technically, we're at the beginning stages still in the bull run. We might even be getting into like the second quarter of the bull run, right? If you guys remember the stream that we had, I think yesterday or 2 days ago, I showed you guys what we actually did in Bitcoin when we after about 2 months that we started in the bull run, we had a big retracement, and we stayed down for about a month and a half until we ran up and made all-time highs again. I think we're kind of in that kind of zone right now. So in the thick of the bull run, I'm still calling for a $2 to $10 billion market cap on Milady is what I'm predicting. So definitely going to hold on to that. If I need to change those numbers, I will. But hopefully if I change them, they're going to be towards the upside. So Fact said, okay, Randy, what are we buying today? I think Randy's strictly buying NFK today, bro. That's the move. That's the move for today. And do you hold XRP or Solo? No, I don't hold any of those. I do not. What's XRP looking like for today? XRP is back under that 50-cent mark. You know what? I will say, bro, this 50-cent mark was a solid spot for some support, and now it broke below it. I'm not saying that I'm technically bearish on XRP, but this is, you can see it's hitting its head on this 50-cent mark. This is going to be a big spot for it to break again just because it was such a big spot for some support. Obviously, you know, once support gets broke, it easily flips over to resistance, and you can see that's exactly what's going on for XRP with this 50-cent mark. So we've had this 50-cent mark mapped out for a while because you can see it is just, it always will come back down or around the 50-cent mark, and you can see nothing's different right now. It broke below it, and you can see it's just hovering right below that 50-cent mark. So going to be a big spot for some resistance, I think, for right now for XRP. But definitely not, I don't own any XRP or Solo. Demon said, how many zeros will it delete for Milady? If it does get up to, let's say, the $10 billion mark for Milady, that would be like 2.5 zeros. So you would be talking about 2 zeros for sure getting dropped on Milady. And then somewhere around, like, it would be somewhere around a $10 billion mark. $10 billion market cap would be somewhere around 4 zeros and a 5 is where the price would be. Somewhere around there for Milady. Julio said he's holding on to one XRP. Nice. That's called being diversified right there, bro. So if anybody says, well, are you a bag holder? You'd be like, hell yeah, bro. I hold XRP. I have Bitcoin. And just go down the list. You got like 10 cents of each project. I hold on to this. I have that. I even have this. It all comes out to like $100, but you have like 100 projects in your portfolio. Demon said, do I think it's going to do that this year? I honestly do. I do think, and I've been calling this for the last like month or two, that I think DeFi season is where we're going to see the altcoins all making all-time highs, and not just all-time highs, but like I'm talking about parabolic moves, something that we think we've seen in the last few months, but we haven't seen DeFi season kick in. I still think DeFi season is going to be towards the end of this year. I keep telling you guys, somewhere around September is what I think we're going to be getting into DeFi season. So if that comes into fruition, then we're probably looking at something like that kind of a move towards the end of this year. So it could be the end of this year. It could be maybe at the beginning of 2025. So who knows as of right now. But instead of putting a time stamp on when it's going to happen, I think we're more focused on just like, where is it going to go? What could happen, right? Instead of us really looking at what the time frame, because time frame could change any minute, right? We could be, running up, or we could be down like we are now, and then in 2 weeks from now, we broke all-time highs, and then ask me the same question. I'm like, oh, it's going to be in a month from now, right? Because we're going to be all bullish as hell. So time frame could definitely fluctuate, but it'll happen when it happens. I think that's a good answer, right? It'll happen when it happens. As long as you have patience, you gotta just let it be. So have you guys noticed Corgi AI has come down a lot Remember, this was up to $1.2 billion market cap when it was at its all-time high over here. And you can see Corgi AI has slowly but surely come down like crazy. I'd be interested in maybe jumping in on some Corgi AI if this thing maybe drops down to some of these levels, like maybe down under this 12 mark. I technically would be interested in maybe jumping in on Corgi. Historically speaking, anything below this 12 mark, if you were to buy in, you'd have done really well. So I don't know. I'm going to be looking, and I think we're going to be keeping an eye on Corgi AI a little bit more. If this thing does drop down towards this 12.6 mark, I don't know, guys. I might end up throwing a bag at it and just letting it stick to see what's going on. Can't sleep on Corgi because Corgi, this was like the number one this still probably is, even when it being down, this probably had the most gains out of any DeFi on Chronos. Even imagine when it was up here, it was for sure number one. But even where it's at right now, you don't get confused because this line over here just looks like it's straight. It's just this chart has moved up so much that it looks like this is just sitting in the same price, and this is it's not. If you zoomed in on this chart, look how when we zoom in now, it's not a straight line anymore, right? You can see how it was fluctuating. But look, now that we zoomed in, look at how much this chart moved up. Still scrolling. Still scrolling. Still scrolling. Still scrolling. Corgi AI, I'm not even going to scroll that long, but Corgi AI was up like literally 10,000% at a time. So definitely keep an eye on it. And this is obviously traded on DeFi and on crypto.com as well. And I think they might be on some other exchanges if I'm not mistaken. So I'm sure Justin will give us an update. Justin seems to be the Chronos DeFi master. He comes in on the Discord and he's dropping fire as far as any new projects that are dropping on Chronos. So that's our Chronos go-to guy right there. If you have any questions, let's look at the DeFi volume. So Solana today is doing about 1.1 billion. Ethereum still the champ at 2.4 billion. Binance 1.2. Arbitrum around 750 million, and Binance at 500 million. So you can see top 5 right here, and Arbitrum jumped right back up to that number 4 spot. What is Arbitrum sitting at for today? Arbitrum's at about $1.14. I am keeping an eye out because I do want to start picking up Arbitrum. I know I missed a big spot, but I would like to buy Arbitrum. Anything under $1 is what I'd like to buy. I'm real bullish on Arbitrum. I think they have a fantastic dev team, and they have a big ecosystem that they just keep building and building and building. So I think that they're going to be on Solana's level, but they definitely could get, to a fraction of where Solana is and where Solana's headed. So with maybe less outages. Dare I say that? Ooh, taking shots at Solana. No, I'm just kidding. We obviously love Solana. Our token is on the Solana network, so we definitely like Solana. 100%. I honestly love Solana. I really do. I like using Solana, so. Captain Crypto said, Milady had a good run during International Women's Day. And you know what? I think Mother's Day is coming up. And people are anticipating that ladies might have a nice little run on Mother's Day. So we'll have to see how that goes. We'll have to see how it goes because if the markets are doing what they're doing right now, it might hinder that kind of, a run. But if, let's say, the markets pick back up and we have, some kind of momentum because of Mother's Day, then we could see some kind of a big rally for ladies, just like we did see on International Women's Day. So we'll have to see how that plays out. And then, yep, if ladies gets listed on Binance, you're definitely right. It will be it won't be over. It'll be just beginning. It'll just beginning for us. Oh, you're talking about on Mother's Day? Bro, that would be epic. That would be freaking epic. That we would decouple from the market. I'm not even lying. If they get listed on Binance, regardless on what day it is, but if it's on Mother's Day particularly, Bro, they'll even if Bitcoin breaks down to 40 grand, Milady will be shooting up to the sky. Looking at the hourly for the bubbles, you can see the market. It's look at the market. Look at this. This sums it up. And the hourly, everything's is literally up in the green, but it's up like 1%. And this just tells you, I'm sure if you look at it an hour from now, it'll all be red 1% because everything is just literally chopping around in very tight ranges right now. And all that leads me to believe is that they're just you can see there's uncertainty right now. There's uncertainty. A lot of people are holding off with not buying more, or they're holding off. They just sold off and they're waiting to buy back in. But right now isn't the time they're thinking as far as buying back in because there's still that looming threat that the markets could see some kind of a crash if we get news on the international stage that something internationally is happening, and you guys know what I mean as far as in the Middle East. So that's just I've told you guys for the last 2 days. Unfortunately, we're at the whim of what's going on, internationally. As far as with the Middle East and stuff like that, it stinks, but it's just because with anticipation that they're thinking that if something happens, and it gets blown out of proportion, the states might have to come in and intervene in some kind of an altercation, right? And that usually would bring the markets down. Even though we just read an article at the beginning of the stream in regards to how that could actually pump the markets, I think initially it'll be it'll be negative to the markets because it's how it works. If something like that happens where some kind of a war breaks out or some kind of a small conflict but the states get involved, the markets usually react negatively. So Exotic said, I have 10 billion Milady. Now I'm buying Myro. Nice. Hell yeah, bro. I think in the long term, honestly, bro, I've been saying this since, a few months ago. I think we'll see Myro get to $1 in the bull run. I really do think Myro will get to $1. So definitely keep picking up that Myro. I'm right there with you, bro. Hungry said, what if Binance is waiting to add Milady just before Mother's Day? And that's why they extended the voting period until the May 8th. Bro, I mean, now we're jumping into the weeds on it, but like I said, regardless on whatever day they pick, if we just get the announcement that that they're gonna list Miladies, or they did list Miladies, we're gonna start rallying like crazy, and you guys are gonna be like, damn it, I should have been freaking buying more when we had this this beautiful dip that we're in right now. That's what I'm saying, guys. The best thing that you can do is just dollar cost average in the event that if we keep coming down, you're buying small increments, right? So you can just keep eating the dip. With the event that we go up, you've been eating the dip up, so now you can be happy when we're up, like crazy, right? It's a win-win scenario. It really is. It's a win-win scenario. It's the safest way, with situations that we're in right now for all of us to invest, in my opinion. It really is. Wood said, I hope Myro hits $3. I mean, it's not out of the picture, bro. I always say $1 because Myro, their circulating supply is at 944 million, right? So for them to get to $1, they only have to get to a market cap of 944 million. So they could easily go up to a $3-4 billion market cap. They could, right? And that would mean that Myro would get up to $3 or $4. I always say conservatively, I wouldn't be surprised if Myro gets to $1 because it doesn't seem like that would be too hard for them to really get up. They wouldn't even have to get to $1 billion. They would only have to get to right under $1 billion, 944 million. So, but yeah, I definitely wouldn't be surprised if something like that would happen. Am I bullish on Caspa? I am bullish on Caspa. I think Caspa is a solid project. Not only can you mine Caspa, right, but I think they've been doing really well. Their chart, I mean, look at this chart. It's been nothing but up. So I'm definitely very bullish on Caspa for sure. And right now is not a bad time to be eating the dip. Let me see here. You can see this is pretty much buy zone. I would say anything under the 13 up into that 9 cent, but really anything below that 13 mark would be a good spot for some solid buying in. Opening up the fib retracement, you can see, look how my support level, like right here that I just put, it basically goes in line with the 0.5 right here. So you can see that 0.5 right here. If it does come down, the 0.5 is at around 9.5. I have the support level at around 9.7. So they're pretty much the same. Now that I'm looking, I mean, they both can be pretty much this, they're both solid spots for some support. You're talking about a freaking hairline away. But anywhere around this level right here, I see it catching some beautiful support. So definitely very bullish on this project. I think long term it's going to do really well for sure. Nice. Yep. Julio said he mines Caspa on his PC. Yeah, I like the fact that you can still mine Caspa and stuff like that. And they have Caspa miners and stuff. Like the places where you buy Bitcoin miners, like the miners that mine itself, like all you have to do is just set it up to a network. They're pretty expensive. They're like $10,000 for miners. Instead of having all those graphics cards, they already have them built in. It looks like a computer tower, right? And you can buy as many as you want, but they're pretty expensive. They're anywhere from like $2,500 to like $10,000, $20,000. The more you spend, the faster they mine, obviously, right? But they also sell Caspa and Dogecoin miners as well on a lot of these mining sites. So I thought that was pretty dope for that. So there was a time where I was about to throw like 20 grand and just start mining, but I was like, you know what, bro? I was like, it is a solid, move, but it's very long term. It's very long term. Unless you are about to invest $1 million and really do it, doing something like $20,000, you'll make money. Honestly, if you do like a $20,000 miner, or if you get multiple miners and it comes out to about $20,000-$30,000, you're bringing in probably about $10 to $15 a day. So you guys can do the math, and that's on the good side, right? So just to say $10 a day, you're bringing in what, $10 a day? That could come out to about $3,000 a month. I don't think it's that high. I'm gonna have to I would say you're probably bringing in about $5 a day, so about $1,500 a month. But you just invested $30,000, so you can see right there you're gonna be waiting for possibly somewhere around 15 to 20 months until you can get your ROI back. So I mean, long term, if you're down for that, not a bad investment whatsoever as far as some of these miners. So. Oh, yeah. So let's just do a recap, because I got some hibachi that's waiting for me. We're about to go out, not now, but, in the next, probably, we're going early. We have early reservations. So for Bitcoin, like I said, guys, I'm not expecting too much. I think right now, until we get the word that, there's not going to be any kind of further escalation with the Middle East, I think we're going to kind of chop around. But believe it or not, we're still in this channel that I had mapped out even before we had all this crap, drop on us. So we're still technically on track to run through a bull flag, and this could be an epic bull flag play right here. If this plays out, would be epic. So definitely, right now Bitcoin around 63,000, but really, the big thing is the altcoins. Altcoins right now, you can just go through the list and pick your favorite altcoin. Good spot to buy in on any of them, I honestly think. I honestly think right now is a good time to just add to your bags and just really just let it play itself out. Let it play itself out. And JoJo came for the end. He said shrimp and chicken. So I think I'm going to do what JoJo said and get shrimp and chicken. I'm just kidding. If you guys want to know what I'm going to order, make sure you guys join the Discord. I'm going to be posting pictures on the Discord in a little while, in like a few hours, on what I ordered. So, but to end the poll, lobster and steak won with 51%. So, and we had like 40 votes on that. So definitely we're going to be jumping on that lobster. So we'll see. But other than that, guys, I'm going to let you guys go. Make sure you guys check out our native token, NFK, No Fud Koala, we have over 120 holders right now. We are going to continue to move up, guys. So just, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, use a project like you would do anything. Small increments, dollar cost average in, but jump aboard, come join this money train, because we're going to keep moving up. We have big things in store for this project. Make sure you guys hit the like, hit that subscribe. Make sure you guys join the channel. We're going to have an airdrop next month on NFK. And obviously, we have the members only stream as well, as your name will be green and you'll get those exclusive emojis. So other than that, guys, I thank each and every one of you guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, wonderful night. Stay tuned to the Discord, and let's see what I'm going to be ordering, right? I might order it all. I might go there and just be like, chef, I want it all. Lobster, steak, shrimp. You know what? Throw some lamb on there. He's going to be like, sir, I don't have lamb. Well, you better go get some. I want it all. Just kidding. All right, guys. I thank you so much. Hope you guys have a wonderful night, and I'll see you guys later, all right?